What are you soaking into your brain? Could be podcasts, TV shows, songs, books. What are you into right now?
Weirdly enough, like Facebook ads and reels. Like at first I was like, oh, let me just watch these for entertainment. And then I'm like, huh. And then I just started thinking more deeply with my copywriter brain while I was watching them. Cause there's like so many people doing like the same kind of content, but like you can clearly see which ones are resonating with people and which ones aren't, despite being the same content. For example, there was this one lady, like responsive parenting is like a big thing now, right? Everyone's like talking about it, even though it's always been around since forever. It's called authoritative parenting, whatever. But that's like the new wave, right? Responsive parenting, breaking generational traumas and all that. And this one woman, she was talking about this and all that, but in the way she was doing it, it sounded like she was talking at you. She was talking to you like as if you were a parent, like you were already doing it wrong, you're not doing it right, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. The comment section it was a hot mess. Like every woman was like, you don't know me, you don't know my child, don't tell me how to parent my kid. It was a goddamn disaster. But there's another woman, Mama Cousins. Most people know her, Mama Cousins. She teaches these same exact concepts, but in a way that's so highly receptive. There's like I never see a single negative comment like in under any of her videos. And she has a lot of them out there. Like none of them are like negative. Everyone's like, oh my God, like I never thought about it that way. Or like, oh my God, I definitely want to try this at home. And one of the big differences is that, and this is kind of like a copy tactic, a marketing tactic, where it's like, you're trying to teach someone something, but you're using yourself as a catalyst, right? She never says you should be doing anything. Never. She's always talking about her own experiences, her own children, the things she's trying to teach her own children and how she's doing that, explaining the thought process behind it. Therefore, no one ever has to feel attacked. No one feels like they're being told what to do. She's just saying, this is how I do things. This is why it works for us. And this is why I'm doing them. So that people can be like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I never thought about it that way. I would love to try this with my kid. And I'm just like, and that's how you have to do it sometimes. I mean, it can go either way. Some people are super comfortable with that whole like polarizing type of marketing. I will never be because it's just, I don't know. It just feels like a cheap way to get like an audience building. Like that's in my opinion though. Like the other people have,
See, yeah, super juicy what you shared though, because I used to have this question. I kind of ended up answering it for myself kind of recently, but a lot of copy wisdom and content wisdom says you want to focus on the word you and make it all about the other person and like tell other people, like you want to give them value. So like you should do this. This advice is for you. But what you said made sense. And I think it was Alex Hormozi, and there's some Alex Hormozi stuff I don't like, but there's some of the stuff I do like. He said, especially when you're just starting in something, share the I. This is my experience. I do XYZ and teach people that way, because you don't even have most people don't even have the authority to say you should do this and you should do that, because who are you? Like, why are you telling me that? So I like that you brought up the I versus you. So the conventional wisdom is always you. But when you're teaching something, especially when you have to point out like a flaw in the old way, using I could be better, like less divisive for sure.
like it's definitely like a balancing act because it's like saying a sales page, right? A lot of people are using that you, but it's an empathetic you, not that you should be doing anything. It's like, is this how you're feeling? Is this something you're going through? Like, I understand what it is you're going through because I'm asking all the questions that I know you're going to say yes to, kind of thing. And in that sense, using the you is like the good thing. It's like building that solidarity, right? So it's like when you're trying to use you to make people understand something, that's when it starts to sound like condescending and, coming from a place of like, I know better than you or I know more than you, versus using the you in terms of building solidarity, building empathy, taking them on a journey of, I understand how you're feeling. This really sucks because I know what it's like. And then some longer sales pages, like they even have like the whole beginning section is like, they'll have like excerpts where it's like from people going, I was dealing with this problem. And then they'll switch over to like, is this you? Like, are you dealing with this like right now? So it's like, it's definitely like a balancing act.